In recent years, the internet has seen a growing interest in the practices of NoFap and semen retention, with proponents claiming a range of benefits from increased energy and focus to enhanced mental clarity and improved sexual health. Now, we will explore the science behind NoFap and semen retention, evaluating the physiological and psychological effects of these practices and separating fact from fiction. By examining existing research and debunking common myths, we can better understand the true impact of these practices on health and well-being. The NoFap movement, in particular, has gained a significant following, with forums and online communities dedicated to supporting individuals who choose to abstain from pornography and masturbation. Advocates argue that these practices can lead to profound personal transformation, offering relief from the negative effects of pornography addiction and promoting overall well-being. However, as with many trends that gain momentum online, it is essential to approach these claims with a critical eye. While anecdotal evidence and personal testimonials are compelling, they are not substitutes for scientific research. Each individual is affected differently and should approach their journey in ways that suit them. While some claims about NoFap and semen retention have scientific merit, others are exaggerated or lack empirical support, highlighting the need for a balanced and evidence-based approach to these practices. Some individuals are drawn to these practices for psychological reasons, such as the desire to overcome addiction, reduce anxiety, or improve self-esteem. Others are motivated by physical considerations, believing that abstaining from ejaculation can boost testosterone levels, increase energy, or enhance physical performance. For some, the appeal is more spiritual, with the practices seen as a way to cultivate inner strength, self-control, and a deeper connection with one's higher self and God. Before we move on, I just want to say that you may want to save this video to revisit later, as it's quite lengthy and contains important information that you'll need to absorb thoroughly. Feel free to pause and rewind to the sections that are most relevant to you, and watch them again carefully. This will help you internalize the key concepts, allowing you to fully realize the benefits of NoFap and semen retention. Let's continue further. Physiological effects of NoFap and semen retention. The boost of testosterone is one of the most commonly cited benefits of NoFap and semen retention. Testosterone is a hormone that plays a crucial role in male health, affecting everything from muscle mass and bone density to mood and sexual function. Some proponents claim that abstaining from ejaculation leads to a significant boost in testosterone, thereby enhancing physical and mental performance. For me, this actually works. However, the scientific evidence on this topic is mixed. Some studies suggest that short-term abstinence may lead to a temporary increase in testosterone levels, but the effect is usually modest and does not necessarily translate into noticeable physical benefits. For example, a study published in the journal European Urology found that testosterone levels peaked after 7 days of abstinence, but then plateaued, with no further significant increases over time. Additionally, the relationship between testosterone levels and behaviors such as motivation or aggression is complex and influenced by many factors beyond sexual activity alone. Personally, I can say that my testosterone levels skyrocketed in the first 2 weeks and then stayed the same but did not fluctuate later on. But the mental benefits I have gained have been increasing ever since. Modern science, however, does not support the idea that ejaculation has a significant impact on physical energy or strength. While the body does expend some energy during ejaculation, the amount is relatively small, and there is no evidence to suggest that abstaining from ejaculation leads to a measurable increase in physical performance. Moreover, physical strength and energy levels are influenced by a wide range of factors including diet, exercise, sleep, and overall health, rather than sexual activity alone. This is true. You have to maintain good habits to feel the true benefits, and this means you have to exercise, eat healthy, get daily sunlight, and so on to max out your potential on NoFap. Psychological benefits of NoFap and semen retention. Anxiety and depression are another reason many individuals turn to NoFap as a way to address their mental health issues. The underlying assumption is that pornography addiction or excessive masturbation contributes to these conditions by disrupting normal brain function and emotional regulation. I always felt terrible whenever I would binge-watch pornography and masturbate. There is a reason why they say it kills the man inside you. Now personally, when I would relapse here and there, I kept telling myself to not be ashamed. After all, we are human and need to release at some point. But it's important to not overdo it after relapse and stick to the plan. There is some evidence to support the idea that reducing or eliminating pornography consumption can have positive effects on mental health. Studies have shown that excessive pornography use is associated with increased symptoms of anxiety, depression, and social isolation. You might have seen some photos of comparisons of a heroin addict's brain and a pornography addict's brain. They look the same. However, it is important to recognize that these effects are not solely due to masturbation, but are often linked to broader issues such as addiction, shame, and relationship difficulties. Therefore, while NoFap may offer benefits for some individuals, it is not a one-size-fits-all solution, and addressing the root causes of mental health issues may require a more comprehensive approach. Self-esteem and confidence are psychological benefits often attributed to NoFap. Proponents argue that by exercising self-control and overcoming the urge to watch pornography or masturbate, individuals can develop greater self-discipline, which in turn boosts their confidence and sense of self-worth. This argument has some psychological merit, as self-discipline and self-control are closely linked to improved self-esteem. The act of setting and achieving goals, such as maintaining abstinence, can lead to a sense of accomplishment and personal growth. However, it is essential to consider the role of individual differences and the potential for negative outcomes if expectations are not met. For some people, the pressure to adhere to NoFap or the guilt associated with relapses can actually harm self-esteem rather than enhance it. NoFap enthusiasts often claim that abstaining from pornography and masturbation leads to increased focus, motivation, and productivity. The rationale behind this belief is that by eliminating distractions and controlling urges, individuals can redirect their energy towards more productive activities. While there is some anecdotal evidence to support this claim, the scientific evidence is less clear. Productivity and motivation are influenced by a wide range of factors, including individual personality traits, work environment, and overall life satisfaction. While NoFap might contribute to a temporary boost in motivation, particularly if it aligns with an individual's personal goals, it is unlikely to be the sole factor driving long-term productivity. Moreover, the relationship between sexual activity and cognitive function is complex, with some studies suggesting that regular sexual activity may actually enhance certain aspects of cognitive performance. Addiction to pornography can have serious consequences, including disrupted relationships, decreased sexual satisfaction, and impaired mental health. For those struggling with addiction, NoFap can serve as a form of behavioral intervention, helping individuals break the cycle of compulsive behavior. However, it is important to recognize that NoFap is not a replacement for professional treatment. While abstinence can be a helpful part of recovery, it is often necessary to address underlying issues such as trauma, mental health disorders, and relationship difficulties through therapy or counseling. Additionally, the rigid abstinence model promoted by some NoFap communities may not be suitable for everyone and can sometimes exacerbate feelings of guilt and shame. Debunking common myths. Myth number 1. The most pervasive myth in the NoFap community is that abstinence from ejaculation always leads to a significant increase in testosterone levels. While short-term abstinence may cause a slight increase in testosterone, this effect is usually temporary and varies between individuals. Long-term abstinence does not necessarily result in sustained high levels of testosterone, and other factors such as diet, exercise, and sleep play a more critical role in maintaining healthy hormone levels. Myth number 2. The idea that semen retention is essential for longevity and health is rooted in ancient spiritual practices, but modern science does not support this claim. While semen contains nutrients and energy, the act of ejaculation does not deplete the body to the extent that would require retention for health benefits. In fact, regular ejaculation has been shown to have protective effects against prostate cancer and other health conditions. Myth number 3. Some proponents of NoFap claim that abstaining from masturbation leads to improved sexual performance. While abstinence might temporarily increase sexual desire, it does not necessarily translate into better sexual performance. Sexual health is influenced by a range of factors, including physical fitness, mental health, and relationship dynamics, and focusing solely on abstinence may overlook these other important aspects. Myth number 4. There is often a strong emphasis on avoiding relapses, with the implication that any slip-up is a failure. This black and white thinking can be detrimental to mental health, as it does not acknowledge the complexities of behavior change. Relapses are a common part of the recovery process, and it is important to approach them with compassion and understanding, rather than self-criticism. Myth number 5. Some extreme proponents of semen retention make exaggerated claims about its benefits, suggesting that it can unlock superhuman abilities or dramatically increase physical prowess. These claims are not supported by scientific evidence and are likely the result of placebo effects or confirmation bias. While semen retention may offer some benefits, it is not a magical solution and should not be viewed as such. It is important to approach these practices with a critical and balanced perspective, recognizing the role of individual differences and the need for a comprehensive approach to health and well-being. By separating myth from reality and grounding our understanding in scientific evidence, we can better navigate the complex landscape of sexual health and personal development. I suggest that you keep studying about NoFap and take what you learn about the good that suits you and leave out the negative that may affect you. As society continues to grapple with issues related to pornography, addiction, and mental health, it is crucial to promote evidence-based practices and encourage open-minded, inclusive discussions about sexual well-being. Further research is needed to fully understand the impact of NoFap and semen retention, and individuals should be empowered to make informed decisions that align with their personal values and goals. If you made it until here, I must thank you for dedicating your time to this video, which I know will help you a lot in life. And again, I thank you because you help this channel grow and reach more people who will benefit from it. Make sure to stay tuned because I have some more interesting videos on different topics about NoFap and semen retention that you don't want to miss.